Hi, I'm going to give you a quick introduction to Liquid Guides, which is a free application available on mobile devices like Windows Phone 7, iPhone, Android, and also on the web. With Liquid Guides, you can create guides. Typically, you would create them online, and then you would download them and view them on a mobile device, and also make some changes to them. Here you have different categories of guides. I'll stick with the feature guides, and there's as guides get created, they're created in different languages for different countries and cities. Once you've selected the criteria, you click on Show Guides. Here we have one guide, and this will allow us to view the guide on the map. Now from here, we have several options. We could have searched from guides here. This is for showing, this is another way to search, which is to show the countries that have the guides, and then you can click on those icons and drill down to the actual guide. This is centers the map to the currently selected location. We don't have one right now. This is for showing nearby places. So let's see, nearby places are attractions, panorama pictures, YouTube video, Flickr, pictures, and Wikipedia entry. So if we click on panorama, then we see the panorama pictures and where they're located. Now let's turn off, we can turn off this. Okay, so now you can see we turned off the names. Let's go back to this. We can see that we can filter by places, by categories, by groups. Let's try by groups. So we're going to just look at the panorama, and then so you can see we're only looking at the panorama now. Now we go back, and we're going to remove the filters, and now you see the other places are there as well. Let's remove also the panorama. Okay, now we're back. Other things you can do from here. The map, normally the guide is set for auto centering and auto zooming, which means that it will display as much of the map as required to show all the places and center them. Sometimes you don't want that, so you can turn that off. You can also do a street view, bird's eye view of the center of the map. You can center the map to destinations. You can select destinations based on continent, country, and city. You can set the location to the map center, and this is page help that's available on some pages, basically HTML explaining the functionality of the page. Now let's go back to the main screen. Alright, so we saw the online guides. Now phone guides, you can basically save, once you've downloaded a guide or created a guide, you can save it. Now you have a saved guide. Once you've saved it, you can click on it, and you can open a previously saved guide, or you can delete it, or you can update it. You can make changes to the guide and update it. And this is the page help again. We saw the map. The document shows you HTML of the document, which is what the user, when he created the document, created this. And there's hyperlinks. You can have images, hyperlinks, and hyperlinks can be to things like bird's eye view, street view, photos, places, video, audio, and so forth. We also have the places list, and the places list is categorized, and it's also by section, grouped in sections, and you can jump to a group directly. And when you click on it, it gives you this what's called a place menu, and the place menu has several features. There's place details, which gives you some information about the place, such as the name, address, city, so forth. Some of these screens have the next and previous, so you can go to the next or previous place. They're also editable, which means you can edit this information. In this case, we're just going to go back. Place info is HTML or plain text. In fact, you can edit it, and you can delete this and write simple text if you want, or you can write HTML. It's easier, of course, from the website, since you have an editor where you don't have to deal with HTML syntax. Here we can delete the place, and if this place was not part of this guide, we could add the place. So an example of this would be places you search, like what we saw earlier with Panoramio. Now you can look at a street view of the place, and then you can go and see the place. You can zoom in, and you can do a bird's eye view. And with bird's eye view, you can look at places like this. And you can search for keywords like pizza. There's two ways to search. You can search using Google, or Scout, which is the Bing functionality that's built into the Windows Phone. And here you have all the functionality of the Bing Scout. Same thing with directions. Now, for directions to work, you need to have a starting place and a destination. Right now, we don't have a destination. So let's make this place the current location, and then we're going to go to the next place, which is the Opera. And now we're going to first do it with Google, and say we do driving directions. Or we can do it with Bing Scout, and
to hear where to go next.
And here we have turn by turn.
Depart Rue du Cloître Notre Dame toward Rue Massillon. Then turn left onto Quai Auxiliaire Fleurs.
Okay, and this is the center of the map, the center of this place on the map. And you can go to the next and previous map from there. And that's it for place. Schedule is a schedule of events in the trip. You can select a place. You can select actually multiple places. Once you've selected places, then you can do things with those selected places, such as swap the events. This is for moving the start date of the whole trip to a specific date, so it automatically updates all the events. And you can also save the schedule on the server or email the schedule. Now from here, you can go to next day or previous day. Once we select one, we can also move it up the schedule, or we can make it bigger, longer duration. So we're going to put it back to where it was. Okay. Now we also have a journal. You can keep a journal. Basically type in text, and then you can save that, and you can save it to the web, or you can get the copy that's on the web, or you can also email this. Let's see, then we have the video tutorial, which is the video you're watching now. Page help, which gives you help. More has additional information. This is details about the guide, including the name and the description and the owner and so forth, last modified. There's ratings for the guide. You can write a quick comment and rate the guide. You can also read or send comments about the guide. These are, again, filters, as we saw earlier. You can register. You don't need to register, but if you want to be able to see your guides online, then you need to register, so we know whose guides belong to you, which guides belong to you. Again, once you register, you log in. Subscription is also not mandatory. You get a few additional features. The main two features are that the ads that are displayed on some screens go away, and you can store more than one guide on the phone. Then there's a configuration, information, about, help, which is HTML, and this is for clearing the guide so that you can remove the current guide that's cached, and then you can start over with a new guide. And this is the ad that I was referring to, which goes away once you've registered, once you've subscribed. And if you're logged in or subscribed, then it shows here that you are. And that pretty much covers a quick introduction. Thank you.